Hi there everyone, this is Al. I've prepared kind of a video around the 2026 season for the Pokemon TCG centered around goals and things because the new season has just begun. I've also got a nice goal spreadsheet that you can keep track of things with. We're going to go into a bit more detail with all this, but basically the new season begins in July. It has for 2026. Even though our Worlds competition is in August, we still have the season starting. And so right now, a lot of players, it's going to be new season. It's very exciting. And then some of this information is more for beginner players who are getting into the game, who want to understand, this, like, how competition works a bit more here, and whatnot. But also, I think there's an importance on goals, and it's nice to make goals. Like, I think that we're gonna go ahead and also work with this tracker spreadsheet here. I know it doesn't look great right now, but we're gonna just wait on that. You'll see it. On this doc, as you can see, what goals work for you. I kind of want to hammer home the idea of, like, goals can be really helpful in, any, like, setting, really. I know that you probably know this, but, in the TCG, I think goals can really help you to improve, to stay focused, to stay engaged with the hobby and the game and stuff. But it's also important to, and, like, doing goals helps you so much, and I want to see you guys succeed, And these goals can be like competition based, of course, but they can also be personal goals. They can be growth goals. They can be a lot of different things, whatever is tailored to you. Maybe you already have habits of making goals for yourself every time there's a new season, and growing because of it. So it's going to be really exciting. Let's also go over kind of how competition in the TCG kind of works, since this is a good time to get into the game, to get into, getting championship points, and then heading towards where you want to go. Players have to go to events and things to get championship points, and these points are going to determine, eventually if you qualify for Worlds. Now, in previous years, it used to be a fixed number. Like, if you got a certain amount of points, then you were able to attend. But I believe they made this change since a lot of competitions were getting, like, they had so many Worlds competitors, because the game has grown so much. And so now it's kind of just a top player system, meaning that, like, they are looking for 135 Masters to attend the championships, from US and Canada, and then, like, all further. And then, of course, additionally, we do have, like, other ways to get an invite without the championship point finish, and that's by, like, topping events, winning events, stuff like that. But let's go ahead and look at the actual breakdown, because these are the things we're probably going to be logging the most in our season tracker for the Pokemon TCG. So I know this doesn't look phenomenal right now, but this can be filled out. So I don't normally make spreadsheets and stuff, so this is kind of my first, and so hopefully this works. But so we have the events here as being the League Challenge, the League Cup, maybe a regional championships and international championships, and then I also put locals. Locals aren't really going to be providing points. It's more like those other things are providing your points. But if you want to track just going to locals to be a consistent player, consistent practicer, that could be a goal. You could put that. That could be in Triumph for some, And so if we have these up, we can also see that there is a graph that gets updated and added to show what events you're attending. So, as this gets filled out, you can kind of keep track on that. And then also the attended month and stuff. So you can say the date, and it can update on how many events you went to. So there is, we're going to update in July, and then I think there might be a regional October 12th. I think Milwaukee is around that time. As you can see, I'm just kind of filling it in just to show off the updated graphing that we have going on here. We can say, like, another October event. Let's see. Something like that. Look at our graph going. So you kind of get the picture. It's simple enough. And then you can put down your location of it. Like I said, deck and stuff placement. Your rating can be what you felt, how you felt the event went and stuff. You can then go to CP earned, and then once you add your CP and stuff, it actually updates your championship total as well. It should. So say you got like 10 here, and then the next event you went to, you got, 20 or something. You can see that it auto updates around what you put in, so that you have a continuous tracker as well as like a spreadsheet over here. So that is helpful. And then notes can be anything from, of course, just whatever notes you like to take or want to take, but it can also be your record, your wins, your losses, the matchup stuff, all that is pretty useful, I would say. And so that's the basic thing of this. And then if you want to make like a printable version, this is a lot simpler, I would say. It just kind of has a lot of lines and stuff, but you can have here, like, especially if you have like a kid as well, maybe you might want to like have a tracker of sorts, and it might be a paper one if you want them to start tracking stuff. I don't know, you know what I mean? So event, date, location, deck, all that. Here's total CP, so it's kind of simpler. And then, like I said, event type is available, and we can always fill in other ones, but there is that. So that's kind of what we're working with here. So that is a good way to hopefully track points and keep your goals around what you're shooting for and stuff. But if we look at the actual points and stuff, so if you go to a league challenge, you can see here these are the points that you're going to be getting depending on placement, depending on players. So it can vary around. And then league cups are bigger events. They give out more points for higher placements and things, and these are great. So, and I think usually you'll find a couple challenges per month, and then like like a couple cups maybe as well. They're very nice, very good. But then once we start hitting the regional level, of course, bigger competition is leading to more points and stuff, with high placements doing a ton of points, as well as, a lot of other prizing too. It's really great. Now, note the best finish limit is also in place here. So basically, they have a set amount, and they kind of talk about that as well on their website and stuff, where not every single event you attend is going to go towards everything, but it's going to be, 5. It's going to be stuff like that. So hopefully that works. I will have the spreadsheet in the description, and hopefully it works for you too. Maybe you won't use it, maybe you will. Either way, it's kind of just something I would like to help in any way that I can as well. And personally, I've got my own goals too. Everybody should work hard, do your best. I want to see you succeed as well. I hope to do more events and content, keep the consistent content going, as well as just kind of growing, building. And I do mention, other language stuff, because I am kind of a language nerd, and I do enjoy that. And if you want to ever see me speak bad Japanese or French, I've got channels I can turn you to. So, yeah. But it's very fun. It's good practice to be able to do that, to one day, be able to share a game with everyone around the world. Anyway, so lots of stuff to consider. So hopefully this was helpful. I know this was kind of a weird video, but it's a nice one to have in the beginning of a season, I think. And I hope this, if anything, can get you a little motivated or thinking about the future, because that always leads to some excitement, doesn't it? Don't you think? I think so. So let me know your thoughts as well. Let me know if what else might be useful for you, what people want to see and stuff. And so thank you again. Feel free to join the Discord to find stuff as well, to talk to others, and all that stuff. It's really great. And I hope to keep on going. So thank you for the support. Hope to see you next time. Good luck out there, and bye-bye!